We've all been there. That exact moment when everything it feels like too much. But what if that feeling isn't actually what we think it is? Today, we're going to take a closer look and kind of reframe what that overwhelm signal is really trying to tell you.
I mean, really think about it for a second. It's not always some big dramatic breakdown, right? Sometimes it's just a quiet Tuesday afternoon, and this silent wave of exhaustion just washes over you. And suddenly, even the simplest things feel impossible. Yeah, that feeling. That's exactly where we're going to start today.
Okay, so how do you even know you're heading for that point of overwhelm? Well, it usually starts with these really small, super subtle shifts, the kinds of things that are just so easy to ignore. Let's break down some of those early warning signs.
Okay, this is a classic one. All of a sudden, just answering a simple email feels like you're trying to push a giant boulder uphill. It's that initial friction, where your brain feels like it's just wading through thick mud to get even the most basic things done. And this one kind of builds right on top of that last point. Suddenly, simple choices, things like what's for dinner or which way should I drive home, they can feel absolutely monumental. It's a huge sign that your brain's decision-making battery is just totally on empty. Your cognitive load is just maxed out. And, well, this is where it all starts to come together. That daily routine you've handled for years, no problem, suddenly it feels impossible. It's that tipping point where the weight of it all just becomes, well, undeniable. Does any of this sound familiar?
So where does this feeling even come from? Because here's the thing. It almost never just appears out of thin air. It's actually a quiet, really slow buildup of pressure that's often happening just beneath the surface, where we don't even notice it.
Just look at this list for a second. Think of each one of these things as a little stone that you're adding to a backpack you carry around every single day. You've got the emotional pressure from a tough conversation, the mental gymnastics of your job, that never-ending to-do list. On their own, sure, they're manageable, but day after day after day, that weight just keeps adding up.
And then, eventually, you hit that turning point. And listen, this is the crucial shift in perspective we need to make. That moment where you feel like you're falling apart, it is not a failure. It's a signal.
Let that one really sink in for a moment. Feeling like you're falling apart often means you've been holding yourself together for way too long. See? It's not a sign of weakness at all. It's actually proof of your incredible strength and resilience. It's the point where the immense effort you've been putting into holding everything together finally makes itself known.
So what we so often call a moment of weakness, it's not that. It's actually your mind and body sending out an SOS signal. It's your system communicating in the only way it knows how, saying, hey, the load is too heavy. We need a break. It's really just an act of self-preservation.
And, just understanding this one thing, it allows us to completely change the conversation we have with ourselves in that moment. We can finally shift away from self-blame and move towards self-compassion.
Just look at the difference here. Instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Try asking this, what have I been carrying for too long? The first question, that's just a dead end. It leads to blame. But the second one, that's an open door. It's a path to understanding and ultimately to healing. It reframes the whole story. You're not broken. You've just been incredibly resilient, maybe for a little too long.
And really, that leads us to our final thought for today. So often we think we just need to push harder, right? To just keep going no matter what. But what if the most powerful, the most healing step you can possibly take isn't a step forward at all? What if it's simply allowing yourself to pause, to just stop, take a breath, and put that weight down, even if it's just for a moment? So I'll leave you with that question. What have you been carrying?